What's up, guys? It's Legit Eamon here again, and I'm gonna tell you a video about another The Walking Dead review. This one's episode 11, and basically, this episode you start off with a scene with Michonne, Carl, pours cereal, and Michonne's like, "I wish I had some soy milk," and Carl's like, "Oh, that's gross." And then she's like, "Have you ever tried it?" And he's like, yeah, it's disgusting. My friend let me try it and I threw up." And Michonne's like, "What? No way." And then Carl's like, "No, but I almost threw up." And he's like, "I'd rather drink Judy's formula." And then he stops and he's trying to hold back his tears, but he still doesn't cry. Michonne goes to the kitchen with where Rick is, and then Rick's like, "I heard him laughing in there. Thank you." I forgot what that sounded like. Oh, and Michonne are going on a run to get some food, and Rick gives Carl his gun. And when they go there on the way, Michonne's like, "So did you get any food?" And then he's like, "While they're walking, he's like, no." And she's like, "Crazy cheese?" And then she pulls out some crazy cheese, which is like, it's basically a can that sprays out cheese. It's pretty cool. Then after that, you hear Rick. While Rick's in the house, he's reading a book, and you hear people inside, and I'm like, oh my gosh, people talking, and you could hear that they're bad guys, because you hear a guy that's saying, I'm sorry, and they're just beating the crap out of him. And then one guy goes upstairs, checks all the rooms, then goes to lie down in the bedroom, and where Rick is, and Rick's under the bed. He's like, and then another guy comes in, and he's like, "Hey, I want that bed." And then he's like, and then the guy's like, "No, I was here first." He's like, "Go in another room." And he's like, "No, but all those are little kids' beds." And then basically you could tell this is a tough bunch. They don't really care for each other, because the guy knocked him out and put him on the floor just to go on that bed. And the guy, he saw when he was trying to choke him and knock him out, he saw Rick, and he's like, stop, blah. And then he was knocked out. But you could tell he was still alive because he was breathing. So far with Rick, he managed to escape, goes in another room, and stays there for a little while, tries to get out, but then nope, another guy was coming up, so he goes to the inside the bathroom, and a guy's in the bathroom, and then he's trying to choke him, and the other guy's about to grab the scissors, but nope. Rick chokes the guy to death, takes his gun, and basically kills that guy. And he gets out the window, slips down the roof, and is hiding, and another guy comes out and just sitting on the porch when you hear a guy's hurt or something. And then the guy goes inside, and Rick just sees Carl and Michonne, and he just runs towards them. He's like, go, and then that's it. And you see him walking on a railroad, and they find a sign on the truck that says "Sanctuary," for all to survive. And that's where Tyrese and Carol and Lizzie and the other little girl and Judith went. You see Glenn wake up, and Glenn's like, "Where are we?" And she's like, "Oh, these guys picked us up. I had no choice. You were uncautious. I didn't know what to do." And Rick's like, and then Glenn's like, "Did we pass a bus?" And then she's like, "Yeah, about 3 hours ago." And Glenn gets up his gun, and he's like, "Stop the truck!" And he cracks the window, so they stop the truck, and he gets out, and he's walking, he's just going, he takes all his gear. And Abraham's like, you're not gonna last a day out there, even with all your gear. And then he's like, who the heck are you? And he's like, I'm Sergeant Abraham Ford, and those are my companions. And he's like, Eugene's a scientist, and we're getting him to Washington to save the world. And then Glenn's like, and then he's like, there's 0% chance that your wife is alive. And then Glenn's so mad, he just turns around and punches him in the face. And he just keeps on walking. And then Abraham's like, oh, I'm gonna get you. And jumps on Glenn, starts punching him, and all the girls are trying to break out the fight. And then Glenn punches him, and blah, blah, blah. And then Eugene, the scientist, is like, guys, and there's a bunch of walkers coming. And this retard, he picks up a gun, and he's shooting everywhere. He's like, it's weird. He's shooting like everywhere. He doesn't know how to handle a gun. He's shooting like weirdly. He doesn't even hit one zombie. He shoots the truck, so the truck leaks gas now. You can't use the truck. And then they get up, they kill all the walkers, and Abraham tries to fix the truck, and they can't. And Eugene, so Glenn's still going to find Maggie, the opposite way where the truck was going, and Eugene's like, let's go that way. He's like, he says we can find a car and stuff like that, and then Eugene's like, trust me, Abraham, I'm smarter than you, and they go that way. So that's it for that episode. One of the good ones, really good. And that's it for today, guys. Bye.